All right, so for those of now, when see they doubt the credibility of the state government, now make a show now. One thing when many of you never know. Before you doubt the credibility of the state government, you don't ask yourself, what are your local government chairmen doing normally? Now don't ask yourself. Now settle down, watch this video. Then tell us how far. If your state government may be the problem of the state or your local government, let us know. Wash out.
Thank you, Adesua. But before I do that, let me also respond to one of the questions that Steve also asked with respect to how we are trying to open up the local communities. In our 2026 budget, we first budgeted 3 billion for every local government for the purpose of expanding the road networks. And when you put that together with having 25 local governments in Delta and 33 billion each, that comes to 75 billion. But the governor felt that that was not enough, that there is a need for us to also have some form of intervention, either in the area of health, in the area of education, needs that are specific to different local governments. So he decided to also provide another 4 billion. So in which case, as I speak to you, every local government in Delta today has 7 billion dedicated to just that local government. And when you put 7 billion and you times it by the 25 local government area, you are talking about 175 billion dedicated to just issues in the local government. That is, of course, without prejudice to the many other projects that will run across the different local government. You recall I told you, Steve, the last time that we started in 2020 when we were preparing the 2024 budget by providing 1 billion each for each of the local government. And when the governor saw that the thing gave us a whole lot of results, whilst we were preparing the 2025 budget, he opted to 2.1 billion. And that also gave us additional result by making it possible for us to be able to have road networks in a number of these local governments. But this time around, the governor says, no, we are not only going to be expanding the road network in these rural communities, we need to also be able to take steps in certain other areas, be it health, be it education, be it some form of other human capital development that are more or less peculiar to those local communities. I can tell you there is no state in the federation today that can boast of even 2 billion dedicated to local governments, but we have 7 billion dedicated to each of the local governments in Delta. And then that now brings me to the question that Adesua asked with respect to what we are doing in the health sector. From what I have just explained, you can see that it's not only the budgetary provision that you have mentioned is the only thing that we are now going to be having to spend in the health sector. So which means from the other 4 billion, in addition to the ones you have mentioned, the over 16 billion, we are now going to be having so much to be able to deal with issues in the health sector.